Welcome to this podcast. This podcast is going to be a little bit different, and that is because we are celebrating our 8th anniversary since the American Franchise Academy started. For that reason, I want to cover something a little bit different. In case you don't know me, my name is Aicha Bascaro, and I'm the founder and CEO of the American Franchise Academy. And today, in honor of celebrating our 8th anniversary of helping franchisees implement management systems so that they can scale with confidence and consistency and profitably their multi-unit organizations. What I want to do today or in this podcast is actually share 8 lessons that I have accumulated in the past 8 years since starting this journey of helping franchisees be successful with their franchises. And these 8 lessons are not specifically lessons for franchisees to implement in their business, but it's really 8 lessons that are applicable to really just anyone. And it is just something that I sat down and I was really thinking about everything that has happened the last 8 years and the things that I think of top of mind, the most important lessons that I gathered, in this time. And so let me go ahead and get started with the first lesson that I had in these 8 years. And that is that being an entrepreneur is hard. So whether you are a franchisee or an independent business owner or a founder of an academy like I am, the reality is that business is hard. Business is not something, or starting a new business is not something that you can do, overnight. It really takes a lot of work, a lot of focus, a lot of thinking. It takes a lot of failures and, of course, successes. And not every business succeeds, obviously. The statistics, right? More than likely, any new business is more than likely to not succeed than it is to succeed over 5 years' time. And so I have to say that it is definitely, I have to confirm, yes, entrepreneurship is hard. And not only have I gone through very, intense journey these last 8 years, but I see it in our franchisees every day as we help and support them in this journey on how to, succeed themselves. And so for those of you, brave men and women that have made the decision to get into franchising or have a business of your own, I salute you in this anniversary of ours because I know what it takes to be successful and to still be here despite the challenges that happen, throughout your journey. So that's the first lesson. Entrepreneurship is hard. The second one is that financial understanding is critical. One of the things that I learned, and of course, I already knew that financial acuity or financial understanding is an important skill to have when you are an entrepreneur. But the reality is that there are many people that, go into entrepreneurship and having a business without having a full and clear understanding of what it takes to be financially successful in business. And so if you are watching this and you are a business owner, or maybe you're thinking to become a business owner, make sure that you understand the numbers of the business. Because if you understand the numbers of the business, what actions you need to take to be successful become clear because you understand the numbers of the business. And so just take that as you may. If you feel that you still have an opportunity to improve and learn about the numbers of your business, the financials of your business, I encourage you to really take a deep dive into that, because the more that you understand that, the more successful that you're going to be. Now, the third lesson that I have accumulated in the last 8 years is that people are key for business success and priorities change. Obviously, the generations that are going through, as you go through business are different. They have different priorities, different needs, different focus. And so as business owners, we need to be able to understand that the people that work for us, the people that are there to help us make our dreams come true are different. And so depending on what generation they are, and even if they are in the same generation, they're all different. And so while they are key, we need to be able to adapt and flex to what they need so that they can thrive in the job that they're doing. And that is true whether you are in an executive level of the corporate world or in a restaurant business, with servers and cashiers. We're all human beings and we all are different, and people are key. And so as a leader, being able to really be keen and clear on this and make the effort to understand who your people are and adjust and adapt to them so that they can be motivated in your business is going to be critical for your business success. So that's the third lesson that I learned in the last 8 years. And then the fourth lesson that I learned in the last 4 years is that what you think people may need or your customers may need may not be exactly what they need, or maybe it may not be enough. Let's say that. Obviously, when we founded the American Franchise Academy 8 years ago, the full focus was basically on helping franchisees manage a multi-unit organization or build the system so that they could manage a multi-unit organization. That's really what we focus every day. And even today, we focus on helping and supporting franchisees in providing the knowledge, the tools, and the resources so that they can build a successful and franchise enterprise. But at the beginning, we had a very clear vision of what we thought they needed. And through the years, through these 8 years, this vision has actually evolved and changed. And simply by listening to our customers, listening to our clients that we serve every day, and because we were listening to them is how we were able to adapt and evolve and create new things to be able to meet the needs that they actually had in the business. And we can see that as we have done that, we have definitely helped them do better and thrive in their organization, which obviously pleases us. So it's a lesson that you should, consider that, the things that you may think that your customers, your clients, your employees may need, it might be something different. And so keeping your eyes and your ears open to really embrace and hear what they had to say is going to be important for your success. And the fifth lesson that I have learned in these 8 years since the Academy was founded, it has to do more with the district managers, the multi-unit leaders, those men and women that are overseeing multiple locations in the franchise industry. Through time, by listening to our customers, we realized, and they were asking to develop a training for district managers. And, we actually have done that. We have now 3 years into that program. It's been quite successful. People have truly enjoyed it. And based on the feedback, many people have learned an amazing amount of new knowledge and skills that has helped them be successful in that position. But what's really been interesting to me is how little training there was out there in the industry for those people. And so we are really pleased that we were able to create that, because the reality is that that was a position that really was being trained upon other people's just experience and word of mouth and job shadowing rather than having any specific structure training. That was a very big lesson that we got in this last 8 years. The lack of training for that position. And we, like I said, we're proud that we were able to meet that demand and that need so that, again, not only the district managers, but their franchisees can be successful. And so the sixth lesson that we have acquired in the last 8 years has to do with unit managers. When we first went in this journey, again, we were not thinking that we were going to develop a training program for district managers, and definitely not for unit managers. But again, because of the request and the needs of our clients, we decided to embark in that journey. And last year, we launched our first unit manager training program. And it's really have had a very significant impact on the way that I see what we do and how we serve every day. Because as we are able to train more and more of these unit managers, we realize the need that there is for leadership and management skills for them. Obviously, franchisors do a great job at providing the tools and the guidance on how to train the employees on implementing the brand that these franchises are investing in. However, it is up to the franchisees to be able to train their managers on these leadership and management skills. And many franchisees didn't have that. And so a lesson for us has been that even though you might think that, they have what they need, really dig deep and understand what the needs, the true needs are of these, men and women that are in this franchise industry. And so that was a very important lesson that we got, so that as we develop our unit manager training programs, we really are focusing on giving them the things that they need. Which brings me to the seventh learning of the last 8 years. And really, I guess it's because when I was a unit manager, it was such a long time ago, right? So I became a unit manager back in 1990. That's a long time. And I've kind of, sometimes you forget what it's like back then. And of course, the world has changed, in those 34 years. And so one of the things that we really have learned, a lesson that we have learned is that a lot of these, young men and women that are entering the franchise industry, in the franchise world, a lot of them are not prepared the way that I would have thought that the schools would have prepared them. And I'm thinking about high school, actually, with now being, that it is, 2024, there's specific skills that these, that these kids need to be able to succeed, in life. And the reality is that I have been in shock on how people are graduating from high school without having the skills to actually use Microsoft Office or really business technology in general. So we have unit managers that are being given the responsibility of managing $1.5 million business every day, and franchisees are relying on them to manage it profitably, and yet they're not even trained on how to use Word or Excel. And so that has been a big lesson that we have learned. And what we have done is we have adapted how we teach so that we can not only teach the skills of leadership and management, but we are also along the way giving them the skills on Microsoft Office and Excel and and technology, and have them embrace that so that they can start growing with those skills that are so critical, and will be so critical for the rest of their careers. That was a big lesson that we learned in the last 8 years. And I would say that the 8th lesson that I want to share with you on this anniversary celebration special podcast is, and it really is general for anyone and everybody, whether you are a entrepreneur, start many things. We get inspired and excited about dreams and ideas, and we get going. The problem is that many of us give up along the way. Like, if challenges happen, sometimes we give in just right before that success was going to happen. And I will say that a big lesson that I have learned in the last 8 years is that consistency wins. If you know that what you're doing is exactly what you want to do, if you have the task aligned and you believe that those are the right tasks and actions to be able to accomplish your goal, consistency wins. Stay with it. Stick in the road. Continue to do that work, because eventually it will pay off. That's true whether you want to be in the gym and get some muscles, or if you want to learn a second language. And consistency on learning and discipline will win. The same thing if you are in business and you want to be able to achieve something with your business, consistency wins. If you're an employee and you want to make an amazing career out of this world of franchising, and you are consistent in your work ethic and your behavior and who you are as a person with integrity, consistently wins. So that's what I want to say. That's the message that I want to send out to all of you out there that have been following us in one way or another. Thank you very much for your support. And even if by watching this video, you are supporting us, thank you. If you have shared information about our academy with other people that might benefit from it, thank you. If you have been watching their videos or reading our blogs or maybe coming to our information sessions, thank you, because just by you being present, just by doing the click, just by you subscribing, it inspires me and our team to keep going, to consistently keep going, because we know that our mission of protecting the American dream of business ownership through franchising is the right purpose. It is the right goal for us, and we will be consistently continuing to do that for everybody. And every time that you do anything within our world, whether it's supporting us, following us, liking our material, it allows this content to reach the people that may need us, someone that we can help, succeed in their business. So again, this is our 8th anniversary message, and I want you to take away that from this message is basically just thank you for all your support, and look out for the things that we're going to be coming up for in the future, continuing in our journey of helping franchisees achieve the dreams of business ownership through franchising and growing a multi-unit enterprise. So with that said, thank you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.